and welcome back to another video. This one is just to give a little bit more of an in-depth look at my chain earrings that I teased about in my last video. If you haven't watched that, you should go and watch it. I think it's under 2 minutes long. If not, I'm going to squeeze it into about this much space right now. So let's have a quick look at that. Anywho, yes, why did I make these? Well, I mentioned in a couple of videos ago I wanted to make some chain earrings because they looked interesting to me, and because I haven't finalised any sort of idea yet to do with my Why So Serious collection, I guess, I thought I would kind of take some of the making techniques from my fluidity project I set myself and kind of combine it with my new ideas of potentially chain earrings, and that would give me a nice sort of transition from one project to the other. And so I used the same sort of casting technique that I used with like my pendants and the studs, and then I kind of just soldered them onto chains. Now these are test pieces. By the time this video goes up though, they will be on sale, hopefully, on my Etsy page, and I'll link down below to where you can find them. But they are just test pieces, so I'm not going to price them up as like full finished pieces, because there are a few little things I'd probably do slightly differently if I were to make them again. Also, I hope you can't hear everything that's going on outside at the moment. There is an awful lot of building work going on outside, and hopefully my new microphone will just capture me and not everything behind this camera. But yes, so they'll be up. They won't be sort of full priced because they are test pieces, and like I said, they're not how I would make them in the end. It was a good learning curve. I've never had to try and solder chain so small, because to go through an ear, most ears are pierced to like around with like, well, most ear wires are about 0.9 millimeters, somewhere around there, 0.7, 0.9, around there. So you have to get a very thin chain, and that's not something, I hope you didn't hear my phone. That's something I've never really been used to doing, is like really delicate work. If you've seen my things, you know they're quite, I kind of embrace the rough and the bold and techniques like the casting that you can't really control. I really like doing that, so changing light situations is making my face a bit darker. Unfortunately, it's a bit cloudy in the UK today, but hey. But yes, changing sort of how I work to go to something that's very delicate, meticulous, was quite challenging, but I did it, and yeah. So let's go through each of my pieces. I've given them all, just grabbing them. I'm going to show up the pictures so I don't have to be like, look at this. I've got them in a plastic bag so they don't tarnish so easily. But I won't hold them up to the camera and do this whole thing and hope you can see them. I'll flash up the images that are in the video, but not all of them. My other video. But yes, so should we start off with the smallest one? I've affectionately named this one the eyeball, or I think I will do. Because, well, it kind of reminds me of an eyeball. I really like how, as I cast it, it's kind of encapsulated like an air bubble. So you get like, it's almost like a really small bowl, like a tiny little vessel. But also from a distance, when I first saw it, I thought it just looked like an eyeball. And I just found that quite amusing, which is kind of to do with the whole Why So Serious deal as well. But yeah, that was the smallest one. Again, if you want to know how long they are, you can go onto my Etsy page. But they're all roughly, so they're all around about 11 centimeters, if not a bit less. The longest one's 11 centimeters, which is about just under 4.5 inches if you work in inches. I just find them really interesting. Like, you can hoop them if you have sort of your ear pierced twice. You can sort of wrap it through, and so it goes through both ears. You can just have it dangling. Like I say, I have got pictures of all those. But I just find them really interesting. I really like the way they look. But here's the first one I have named Eyeball. The second one, I'm going to name Bad Blood Cell, because again, it's kind of gone into a sort of shallow bowl shape, and from when I first saw it, I thought it looked like a blood cell, but because of the way it's sort of wrinkled up, I was like, ooh, kind of like a bad blood cell. So that's what I've called that one. And then the third one, I'm going to call Alien, because to me it reminds me of the little like chest thing from Alien. I don't know what that's called, but it's like. And so there they are. Again, hopefully, while I've been chatting, I'll flash a few images across. Let me know what you think. If any suggestions, comments, etc. down below. Like I say, they will be on sale on my Etsy page. What do you think? Leave your comments, likes, all those shenanigans down below. Remember to poke that subscribe button if you liked it. And I shall see you in the next video. Spats out.